Hello, BookTube. I have a bit of a mail haul. I don't do this very often. Got an email from Hamilton Books. Let me see. It's hamiltonbooks.com out of Falls Village, Connecticut. I used to get their paper catalog, decades ago. And I've had some bad luck buying books online, but I had always mail ordered books before from catalogs, so I guess it matters if you know the company or not. So I took a chance here. I don't know if all the books are in here that I ordered. We'll have to take a look, but I thought I'd share it with you. So here's the package. See how hard it is to pull tab to open. Well, that makes life simple, doesn't it? It goes right in half. Oh, very nice. Oh, I guess you can go all the way around. One big, long piece of cardboard. And cut it right in half. And here is the other half. Oh, this is nice. This is fun. So let's see. They gave me a packing stuff. So the first thing I got here is The Vikings by Neil Oliver. I don't know much about this particular production, but I love reading about the Vikings. Today I'll do my first part of Sagalong Njal Saga. And so, yeah, the Vikings are of great interest. So an archaeologist goes beyond the Vikings' bloody reputation to search for the truth in a new and groundbreaking history. Well, we'd have to see, but give him a chance. Neil Oliver is a Scottish archaeologist, historian, broadcaster, and writer. He is perhaps best known as a charismatic presenter of the award-winning documentary series Coast, as well as his two critically acclaimed landmark BBC history series, A History of Scotland and A History of Ancient Britain. He lives in Scotland. This is a Pegasus book. Let's see here. New York and London. And this is from 2013. So it is illustrated. I'm really looking forward to this. So that's real. Well, I've been here at the Gokstad ship, so I have visited that. Very excited to have this. And then the next one here is really the one that got me looking. What's this? Popular titles that may interest you. Well, that's pretty smart marketing, right? Probably matched the list. I'll just look at it later here. This is Roman literary culture, from Plautus to Macrobius. This is the second edition by Elaine Phantom. This is a paperback, trade paperback. Let me see. It looks like it's part of a series from Johns Hopkins University Press called Ancient Society and History. The cover design is by Martha Sewell. And it's the cover is St. Jerome. And this is St. Jerome in His Study by Jan van Eyck. Nice cover. Let's see here. Baltimore, obviously. This is 1996 and 2013. So maybe they had a hardback before that. So it's, let's see. Excuse me. Scholars of ancient literature have often focused on the works and lives of major authors rather than on such questions as how these works were produced and who read them. Elaine Phantom fills that void by examining the changing social and historical context of literary production in ancient Rome and its empire. Roman literary culture discusses the habits of Roman readers and developments in their means of access to literature, from booksellers and copyists to pirated publications and libraries. Phantom examines the issues of patronage and the utility of literature and shows how the constraints of the physical object itself, the ancient book, influence the practice of both reading and writing. She also explores the ways in which ancient criticism and critical attitudes reflected cultural assumptions of the time. In this second edition, Phantom expands the scope of her study. In the new first chapter, she examines the beginning of Roman literature, more than a century before the critical studies of Cicero and Varro, or Cicero and Varro, depending on how you want to pronounce it. She discusses broader entertainment culture, which consisted of live performances of comedy and tragedy, as well as oral presentations of the epic. A final chapter looks at pagan and Christian literature from the 3rd to 5th centuries, showing how this period in Roman literature reflected its foundations in the literary culture of the late Republic and Augustan age. This edition also includes a new preface and updated bibliography. I don't know if there's any images. It does not seem to. So that's it. I'm really excited to get to this sort of thing I like. And this next one, it's wrapped in plastic here. I'll take it off, but it has a personal connection to me, so I was thrilled to see it. I was also thrilled to see that it's in English. Let's see, you can just shrink wrap off of it. They have a lot of these archaeological studies, reasonably priced. I mean, I got this for $10. It was probably originally $60. This is Alton Dieppe, or Deppe, Alton Deppe, I think would be the best I'm going to do on it. University Museum, University of Pennsylvania. This is from 1988. And the author, oh, look at the end papers here. That's quite nice, huh? The author is someone I have worked with. And this is University Monograph number 55, V.M. Masson, translated by Henry N. Michael. And Dr. Masson, I worked with in when I was doing archaeology in what was then the Soviet Union. So this is from Leningrad, and it was, like I say, 1981. But let's see what they say. Copyright 88. So he did this in 81. The university came out with this in 88. And I worked with Dr. Masson in 91. So I'll be thrilled to read this study of his excavations here. 8 Americans called, let me see, Turkmenistan is where. So some of you saw me, he gave me a hat. I don't think I still, do I have it here? Might have it here. Yes, I do. I should probably wear this in honor of him while I'm reading this, right? He gave me this hat. Dr. Masson gave me this hat. So, and this was from Turkmenistan, this dig. And let's see what we can do here. So you guys get to look at me in my hat. So here's one fold. There's one fold out. Let's see. Here we go. Let me see what else we have for images here. So I will read this with great happiness. I love this sort of publication. They have a lot of them. So if you like this sort of thing, go to Hamilton Booksellers, because they got a whole bunch of them that I'm going to be looking at here soon. So, Dr. Masson. Let's see here. Roman literary culture. Love that cover. And then an archaeological, I'm thinking, exploration of the Vikings. So, not too bad. Hamilton Booksellers. So, I'll have to check out some more of the archaeology. But that was great fun. So, thank you, BookTube.